What's up guys, Simply Amazing here, welcome back to another video. Now since I had the weekend to play the beta, there's a lot of stuff that I learned about the game and I had a lot of fun. So I thought in this video, I'm going to give you guys my honest review about Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I wanted to make sure I played it the whole weekend so I could get a real feel for the game, a real taste for it, and see how it really is. Now this review is going to be 100% honest about how I personally feel. I'm not a Call of Duty fanboy, I don't just talk good about it just because it's Call of Duty. If it sucked, I'll say it sucked, but in this one, I'm just going to give you guys my honest opinion. So how I'm going to do this review is I'm going to talk about the good stuff in the Modern Warfare beta, and then after I'm going to talk about the bad stuff or stuff they should change to make it a little bit better. Now the one thing I loved about this game was the guns. Now I had a chance to play with basically every gun that they had in the alpha, and it was really good. I had no complaints about any gun except for probably like one or two of them, but that's pretty normal. But a lot of the guns, especially the submachine guns, were amazing. The MP7, the AUG, the M13, like all those guns, assault rifles, all that stuff is really good. I also love the sounds, like the gun sounds in it when you shoot somebody, especially with the Desert Eagle. Like it just sounds sick, especially with your headphones. Oh man, I just love it. Another thing I love was the maps. Now we only had a chance to play on 5 maps in this alpha, but the maps were pretty well made. I didn't really like some of them, like Pine or Docks, but otherwise I love like the layout of it, especially like I love close quarter maps. I love small maps. Like if you've seen the previous Call of Duties, I love Nuketown or Shipment, basically because it's small. But yeah, these maps I really like too. Now I know from watching the gameplay, if you haven't played it yet, I know it could look clunky, it could look, you know, a little bit slow, and it honestly does feel slow, especially when you come from a game like Apex or something more fast-paced or Black Ops 4. You know, it could feel slow, so that's just something you'll have to adjust to. But overall, you get used to it, and you just get that Modern Warfare feel like how it was in MW2 and MW3, if you guys ever played that. But as we know, this is a alpha, so this is not even really the beta yet. The actual beta comes out September 12th, which will be first on PS4 again. I'm sorry, Xbox and PC users, that PS4 keeps getting everything first. But yeah, you make sure the beta is going to have a lot more stuff, especially with created classes and multiplayer. So I'm very excited to play that. So with this one, I was only able to play the gunfight mode, so it was very limited on what you can do and what you can play as. Now I'm going to tell you some of the stuff that I didn't like about the alpha and stuff that I hope they would change, but this is my personal opinion. Maybe you guys like this, but I really don't. So the first thing I don't like is when you get hurt or you get injured, your screen goes basically white or gray and your noise is just really low. You can't really hear anything. And that could be very like confusing, especially if you're on maps like Pine where everything just blends in. Once your screen goes white like that, you can't see nothing. It's so hard to see anything, and I hope they make an option to either turn that off or maybe they just take it off completely, because that's something I really don't like in the game. Another thing I personally didn't like about the game was the flash grenades and the stun grenades. I feel like they could use a little bit of a buff. I feel like they weren't really strong enough. I would stun somebody and he would real easily just get unstunned 2 seconds later. And yes, I know it could be annoying if they buff it, but you know, it's supposed to be strong, so it's supposed to have a good effect on you. I just hope, you know, they mess around with that a little bit. That's not a big deal breaker for me, so I don't really care about that. Another thing is the movement. Now the movement of the game, like I said before, it is kind of slow, you know, especially when you come from more fast-paced games, and I really wish they would do something to make it more fast-paced as far as like when you vault over something or climb over something, have your gun ready quick, because I can't tell you how many times I jumped over a wall or I'm sprinting fast and someone just pops up and it takes forever to get my gun ready to shoot. Maybe I just need perks or attachment to get that happening, but I don't know. I guess I've been playing too much Apex, so I'm used to the fast movement. So hopefully they do a little bit tweaks on that. But like I said, this is the alpha. This is not even the beta. So there's a lot of stuff that could change from now till the game comes out. So that's basically my review for right now. Like I said, this alpha is very limited with only 1 game mode and no custom create classes or nothing. So I'm going to do another honest review when the actual open beta comes out September 12th. And I'll give my actually full review of the multiplayer and whatever they give us access to. And I'm going to let you guys know. So if you guys want to hear that, make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that thumbs up if you guys enjoy this content. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.